Danny, you've inspired me to build a time machine so I can go back to 1979 and be 12 again. And it's coming up right now. So after that initial goofy intro, and then actually seeing Danny 12 Against Sports and Outdoors typical opening montage reel, you're like really confused because now you're listening to someone that sounds like they just stepped off the lot of the movie Fargo, and you probably wouldn't be wrong. And the reason for that is obviously this is not Danny. This is Robert Sagady, also known as the Commenting Collector. And I have been given the honor and privilege to hijack 12 Again Sports and Outdoors channel just for this one episode in a exercise to build the community together. You may be aware of last year when Danny did the same thing, where he invited 12 of his friends. Well, actually, we're considered friends just because we're watching his videos, his channel, we're interacting with him, and we're part of the community. So he made available 12 spots to the first 12 that responded back, which I was fortunate to be one, the opportunity to open 5 packs that Danny graciously sent and get to hijack his channel. He calls it, and we'll say hashtag 5 pack hijack. I love that. So maybe in your comments put hashtag 5 pack hijack, and that would be wonderful. And before I open these great sealed unopened packs, I want to give a little flavor of my own experience as a 12-year-old. So to go back into time, the year is 1979, and one of the movies that came out, and it was the first of many sequels, and that, of course, is Alien. And this is a sealed pack from 1979, so it has the movie cards inside. It's also got the gum, which is let's see, do the quick math. What does that make it? 40, was it 45 years old gum inside? And there's not too many people that would care to try that, except I know one for sure. That would be Drew from Clean Cheap Shots. But we're not going to open this today because part of my personal collection is unopened packs, more so vintage. So yes, we'll be definitely opening those. That's not a problem. But yeah, back in '79, and I'm sure I did not see this, or I know I didn't see it in the theater because as a 12-year-old, this was rated R. But when I became older, I was able to catch up on the franchise, and it's turned out to be one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. As a matter of fact, I've done a spotlight video on the franchise, released that, I don't know, a couple months ago. So if you're interested, I would be delighted if you went back into the archives of the Commenting Collector and checked that one out. Also on television, we had Dallas. Who shot JR? That was the big mystery. That was all the rage. And here's a sealed, unopened pack of Dallas. Going back to the movies, we had Moonraker, James Bond 007, Roger Moore. Pretty neat looking packs. And that's one thing that attracts me to the unopened are the cool designs on the pack. Now, if you were to open these packs, even if you had something in mint condition, it's not going to be that valuable. So I made the decision when I got back into collecting, why not just collect these unopened? Because, we're talking 40, 45-year-old packs. I think there's some rarity to that, even though these are available on eBay and they're still pretty affordable. So if you're interested, I definitely encourage you to give that hobby niche a try. Collect the unopened. So let's bounce back to television. Buck Rogers, 79, 12-year-old, just loved it. Just loved it. Look at that. You can get the Super Sports Card Locker. That's something Danny probably would like to have his cards in. I know he's shown some really neat photo or card albums that are vintage, and he's really been able to fill those up with the vintage cards of that era, and it's pretty neat. And then we'll end it with another television series, Charlie's Angels. Wow, 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 wow. Love Charlie's Angels back in the day. Um, Sabrina was my favorite, although they're all pretty good in my book. So great show, and I just love the whole '70s flair that these cards that this pack shows. And also, back in '79, music was a big deal. And you had Michael Jackson's release of his first album as a solo artist called The Wall. So these Michael Jackson cards are something that my wife actually still is, but definitely when she was younger, Michael Jackson was her favorite. So we've kind of collected Michael's cards, and so that was a big deal back in the day. And uh, like I said, his album The Wall, coincidentally, very similar to another musician, or I should say a group called Pink Floyd, as in 1979, Another Brick in the Wall was one of the top hits. And so here's Rick Wright of Pink Floyd. These are those rock cards, which are pretty cool. And of course, Kiss, all through the '70s. But when I was 12 years old back in '79, who didn't want to dress up in their makeup for Halloween? This is Ace Frehley. You had Peter Criss. There's just a puzzle piece on the back. Gene Simmons. It was, and I think they just retired. So they rocked. They rocked lots of generations, but 1979, they were huge. So let's look at some other 1979 culture, and of course, what most of us love here in this community are sports. So I dug through my collection, found my 1979 baseball cards that I actually acquired when I was 12. So I just pulled out a few of them. So yeah, I love the '79 cards. And actually, I think back then in '79, I actually had more football cards. And I thought, since this is Danny's channel where he likes to show sometimes the the collecting, what they held the cards in, as he shows us those vintage albums. So this is actually what I had as a kid, this wood crate. Now, of course, back then we weren't that concerned about condition, so one would just keep raw cards, as I did, in this hardwood crate. But yeah, this was here '79 James Harris. I'm just randomly pulling out cards, and yep, these are Chester Markle, Packers. Shout out to Vince, hard ripping teacher. Actually, I made a boo boo. Vince is a Cubs fan, um, but I didn't make a boo boo. I thought I did, but I get confused because Vince is a he's a Cubs fan, lives in Chicago, but he is a Packers fan. So I am correct on that. I still get kind of confused, but Packers, Cubs, Packers, Bears. big rivals, but Vince is a fan of both of those teams. Steve Zabel. So yeah, and one other, actually a couple other items, and I'll get to these ripping these packs, and that is one of the first items I collected as a 12-year-old, even before sports. Wacky packages, stickers. So this is again an unopened pack. The ring pop, you can still get those today in stores. Um, and then if you're to look at some of the cards, of course they had their little jokes. Footsie roll, never ready batteries, sugar daffy, crust toothpaste, chef Grilla D. Yep, the hijinks never end with these wacky packages. But as a 12-year-old, kind of that 12-year-old humor that we just love. Kodak, kind of a relic, because what is that? Uh, not digital. It's like something that you would all actually have to open up and put in a thing that they called a regular camera. Baby Runt, logs from these pantyhose. Your legs will look like logs. And lip torn molten lava soup. So yeah, um, basically those are just some of the highlights from my 12-year-old days, days of being a 12-year-old. So let's get into this rip. You know, I'm not a big modern card collector, so hopefully you'll understand if I butcher some of these names. And I look on the cover of this, you got Wander Franco, so it's kind of tainted, but nonetheless, hopefully we won't get Wander in here. But let's see what we get. So again, I really appreciate Danny for giving me this opportunity. 12 Again Sports and Outdoors. Great channel. I've been watching his channel for over a year now, and it's just an honor to be on it. Cattell Marte. Oh, Bryce Harper. Illumination. So shiny. These are nice looking cards. Corey Seager. Oh, oh my goodness! I pulled an autograph. One pack. That's not. That's defying the odds. So lucky me, Gavin Sheets, Chicago White Sox. Shout out to Dre Diaz. Uh, he's a White Sox fan. Great. Wow, wow. This is good. It's good karma to be growing the community and helping friends out. And yeah, as a uh, ancillary benefit, I guess I get to keep these cards too. So thanks, Danny. Oh, Jacob DeGrom. He's um, well, he's had injury issues, but great pitcher in his own right. So yeah, love this. I didn't even prepare. I should have a stand or something for the Gavin Sheets. So what a way to start it out. Oh, I should mention, Danny included this cool Christmas ornament. Jackson Churio. I wonder if he's a big Wheaties eater, breakfast eater, or Churio. Milwaukee Brewers. So go Brew Crew. Shout out Lee from Criterium Racer, who's a big Bob Euchre collector and Brewers fan. So this will go cool on the Christmas tree. And I can say that because I'm in an American League town, so I can also root for the Brew Crew, who are National Leaguers. So let's go on our second pack. Here's a Heritage 2023. So I don't know if we can replicate that first one, but we'll give it a shot. Alrighty. Oh, 1974 design. I like that. Ian Happ again. Well, this time I'll shout out Steve, Vintage Card Steve, because I know Danny would appreciate that because Danny's all about the community, as everyone knows. Great guy. So I always like to shout out the other channels that kind of affiliate themselves with their home teams or the teams that they root for. Because actually, Vintage Card Steve, he's a Nebraska guy, so I guess the Cubs being pretty close by and popular, that's the team that he has taken on as his favorite team to root for. And speaking of favorite teams, Minnesota Twins, Jose Miranda. Uh, yes, some of you probably don't know, except on my goofy Fargo, Minnesota northern accent. I am actually from Minnesota, so that's cool. Miles Straw. Shout out to um, all the Cleveland Indians fans. Warren D in the CLE. Um, uh, Reindeer Studio, Scott, Indians fans. Goldschmidt, Paul Goldschmidt, Cardinals, nice. Merrill Kelly, Diamondbacks. Oh, another Twinkie, Jorge Polanco, great player. Bubba Thompson, Rangers, and I laugh because I think of Danny because I know he's got some friends with some great nicknames. Chief among them, Buttermilk, one of the great nicknames of all times in the community. So shout out to Buttermilk as I got this Bubba Thompson. Mitch Keller, Pirates. Yeah, here's for all my Pirates fans. In fact, uh, my buddy Andy, who doesn't have his own channel, but he is a probably the best commenter in the community. So this is for you, Andy. I know Mitch Keller, nice, good pitcher, and DJ the Mayu. Shout out Daryl Giordano, also known as Mr. 95 Cents, who's a big Yankee fan. So there you go. Second pack. No autographs, but some good cards nonetheless. And our third regular pack, because we do have the two holiday packs coming up. So we'll save those for the end since it's the holiday season. This is Top Series 1, again from 2023. So it's just fun opening packs. I don't get to do it as much as I'd like to. Sam Holt, Oakland A's. Shout out Drew, Clean Cheap Shots, A's fan. Jordan Montgomery, Cardinals. Josh Smith, Rangers. I'm not even going to. Isaiah Falefa, Yankees. I know he was a big prospect at one time, but I don't think he ever turned out to be that good. Oh, Josh Winkowski. Oh, so many Red Sox fans in the community. You got Picker Jim Mass. We got Hugo, Signs of the Pastime. Corey Lee, Houston Astros. And I know we got Astros fans. I just can't keep everyone in track. I'll have to write everyone's channel name, and I'll have to have next to their name the sports teams that they root for. Kind of use that as a cheat sheet for next time. Max Fried. Oh, definitely lots of Braves fans. You got Adams. Uh, you got Adam, who is a big Chipper Jones fan. You got Zach, sports cards collector, who uh, I just did a collector's chat with. Great guy. Yeah, Adam's Card Closet, who is a TTMer. So lots of Braves fans out there. Carlos Rodon. I know he used to play on the White Sox, Giants. Turned over. Jose Ramirez, Guardians. Uh, yeah, heck of a player. I wonder he's possible Hall of Famer. Definitely get consideration. Okay, what do we got here? Aaron Judge. What do we got here? MVP. Stars of the MLB. I was hoping for an autograph, but I guess that'd be greedy. But nonetheless, cool card. Him and Otani, can't go wrong. Michael Grove, Dodgers. Shout out G's Mikey. There you go. Mike Trout. I know one Angels fan is TCB, but how could you not be a Mike Trout fan? He's wow. He, even though he's had the injuries and stuff, he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, best player of our generation. Now, of course, you got Otani coming on strong, and you got Aaron Judge. But for my money, uh, 2014 All Star Game, got the privilege of being there in person at Target Field, and Mike Trout, I believe he led off that game with a triple. Just excited. Alex Bohm, Phillies, a lot of Phillies fans in the community, and then Vinny Pasquantino, Royals. So yeah, another good pack. And we're coming down to the last two, which will be holiday packs. Yeah, I just enjoy the whole concept of being 12 again because 99% of the community that makes content, they're adults. So you kind of lose the fact that this is really a children. This is what we did as children. So we try to remain kids, and we try to capture that moment and spirit and the way we felt. So in a nutshell, being 12 again, that's kind of really the essence of the hobby. So that was a very perceptive and a great name that Danny came up with because you know I know there's an investment side of this hobby that is about making money, and it kind of just changes the whole face of the hobby. But in reality, it is just a lot of it's just reliving our childhood for a lot of us. I mean, obviously, I will keep cards in good shape. I'll keep them protected and stuff because obviously I'd love to have my cards in better condition so they're worth more. But if that's all that you care about, then that's fine. That's kind of your deal. But I think a lot of us in the hobby are just doing it for fun, and yeah, so I appreciate it. And sorry to ramble on, but let's get to this holiday. Holidays we had Thanksgiving. We're coming up on Christmas, New Year. A lot to be thankful for. I know I do. So let's see what this. I don't know if I've ever opened one of these holiday packs. This is 2024. This is a holiday mega box. Oh, Jackson Holiday, appropriately named. That's pretty good. I like that. This is a rookie card too. So he should be the cover boy of the holiday mega pack. Zach Gallen, Diamondbacks. I know there's a lot of different variations and short prints, which I'll have no idea. So if you see anything good, please let me know in the comments. And speaking of preservation and investment, I'll make sure to get that in a plastic sleeve. And for sure, I'll put this in a plastic sleeve and a top loader. Nolan Shanuel, Jose Ramirez. Look at that sliding in like that. A cool picture. Riley Green, Tigers. Shout out to BK Mac Wax Stacks. Big Tiger fan. Him and Dr. K is his bride. So Riley Green. Junior Caminero. Rays. Shout out Orlando. A Signs of Orlando, a collector's dream. I want to say Signs of Pastime too, because Hugo is a Floridian, so I'm sure, and he's done videos on the Devil Rays, and of course now just known as the Rays. And it's interesting that Tropicana, that their dome, I don't think they're ever going to play in there again, which is probably in the end a good thing because being here in Minnesota, I suffered through the Metrodome years for 20 years. Not good. Xander Bogarts, Xander Bogart. I want to say Bogart. No, Xander Bogarts. Yeah, I want to say like Humphrey Bogart or something like that. Yeah, that's where my mind is. Forget 79. My mind's back in 1949. Yuki Matsui. Shout out Ken. Samurai Ken. God is great. Alex Bohm. I think we got him in a previous pack. Phillies. Shout out to Mike Schmidt, Hot Corner. And there we go. Another Aaron Judge. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with Aaron Judge. Shout out to Ed, Angry Old Man. Okay, one more pack to go. Maybe I'm setting the record for the longest video for the 5-pack hijacks. Danny, feel free to edit anything out that you want. I usually put out one video a week on my channel, so I normally go a little long on my videos. That's why I always say that's why God created the fast forward button. So do what you need to do. Emmanuel Chase, Indians. Chris Bryant. As a Cubs fan myself, I have fond memories of Bryant. Haven't followed him too much as a Rocky or whatever. Yeah, I think he's still in the Rockies. Maybe not. Ronel Blanco. Know those Spanish? Blanco means white, I think, right? Oh, there we go. Woo, woo, woo. Shohei Ohtani. Love it. My first Shohei Ohtani 2024 card. That's great. I do have one of his rookie cards, which probably doesn't mean a lot unless there's a variation or an autograph or a short print. Because I think, nothing against modern cards, but I think it's basically all junk wax because they just produce so many. But nonetheless, not to be uh, a wet blanket on this, but yeah, it's just the reality. But still, it's fun opening modern. Yeah, I don't know if there's any variations that I've come across. I think they have special little things on here, special little holiday stuff. Another rookie card of Zach. I don't know. I'm not even gonna pronounce it. Forget it. Garrett Cole. I think he's a free agent. I wonder what team he'll end up. It won't be for the Twins or any of these small market teams. Nah, maybe the Dodgers could use him. Yeah, sure. Jason Dominguez. Yeah, I know he was like the hot prospect a few years ago. I don't know if he's gonna turn into that prospect that he was supposed to, or turn into the superstar he was slated to be, or if he is a bust. Not sure. Kyle Schwarber, former Cubby. Andrew McCutchen, still playing. He's been around for a while now. In his prime, he was great, great player. And Luis Matos to end it up. So hey, thanks again. I hope I didn't drive Danny's subscribers to and viewers too nuts with my commentary and everything. But I just really enjoy the hobby. I have a passion for it, and I enjoy the pop culture. So this 1979, this 70s, early the early stuff that I like to collect, Charlie's Angels, whatnot. It's all so good. So if you want to see more of my stuff, please pop over to my channel, The Commenting Collector. Like I said, I just unveiled today, a matter of fact, when you're seeing this video, a 400 um, subscriber contest, VR, and I'm just looking for everyone's sexy cards. Kind of like this or anything. If you have a number 10, if you have a card that's a 10, could be anything. That's sexy. So it's really open to anyone, and I'm giving away two $25 eBay gift cards. So if you want a little extra spending money to buy cards, give it a shot. Uh, but yeah, thanks again, Danny. Really appreciate you. your channel, your subscribers. This is a great thing you're doing for the community. And I can't wait to watch the other 11 channels as they do their hashtag 5-pack hijack. So until next time, you'll get Danny. And as always, as I like to say, good collecting.